Water. It looks calm, inviting, and safe. Nature's ultimate playground. But beneath the sparkling surface, water hides a powerful, unpredictable side. Our brains spot obvious threats but rarely see the danger in gentle waves. That's the water's greatest trick. So let's pull back the curtain and learn how to spot hidden currents, stay safe, and respect the water's true power. So, what exactly is a current? Forget complex oceanography charts for a moment, let's keep it simple. Imagine you're walking down a busy street. The crowd is moving in one direction, and it's easy to walk with them. Now try to walk against that crowd. It's hard work, right? You get bumped and pushed and you don't make much progress. A water current is exactly like that, but 1,000 times more powerful. It's a massive amount of water all moving together in one direction. It's a river flowing inside a bigger body of water, with banks made of slower moving water instead of land. And if you get caught in it, you become part of that flow. The scary part is that you often can't see it. A dangerous rip current, for example, might not look like much from the beach. It can appear as a deceptively calm patch of water between breaking waves, a channel of choppy, churning water, or even a line of foam moving steadily out to sea. It's a silent trap. It won't roar at you like a big wave. It simply grabs you and starts pulling. Most people's first instinct when they feel that pull is to panic. They try to swim directly back to shore, straight against the flow. This is the single biggest mistake you can make. It's like trying to swim up a waterfall. Think of it like being on one of those moving walkways at an airport. If you stand still, it carries you along. If you try to run back the way you came against the direction of the belt, you'll burn a massive amount of energy, but you won't get anywhere. You'll just get tired and stay in roughly the same spot. To get off, you don't fight the machine head-on, you simply step off to the side. Surviving a current is based on the exact same principle. Fighting it directly will exhaust you, and exhaustion in the water is a killer. It leads to panic, and panic leads to drowning. This is the core of what we're going to explore. Understanding that a current is just a body of water on the move is the first step. It isn't a malicious monster trying to pull you under, it's just physics in action. Its only goal is to move from one place to another, and you just happen to be in its path. Once you understand this simple fact, you can stop fighting a pointless battle. You can start thinking, strategizing, and using the water's own energy to your advantage. Your brain, not your brawn, is your primary weapon for survival when you're caught in the grip of an unseen river. Water moves because of powerful forces. Gravity pulls it downhill, tides from the moon and sun push and pull, and wind drags it along the surface. Differences in temperature and saltiness make water sink or rise, creating deep currents. The shape of the seabed funnels water into fast-moving jets, forming rip currents, hidden dangers shaped by forces you can't always see. Picture an airport conveyor belt, that's the current. If you swim against it, you get exhausted and pulled backward. The more you fight, the more tired you get. Instead, relax, float, think, swim sideways out of the current. Don't fight the current, swim out of it. Be smart, not strong. Think of a current as an energy thief. Every bit of effort you spend fighting it is energy stolen from you, just like your phone battery draining fast. In a survival situation, guard your energy. Wasting it on a pointless struggle means you'll be out of juice before you know it. So, stay calm and float. Floating takes little effort and keeps your energy bar full while you make a plan. Remember, acting smart is always better than acting fast. Rip currents are the classic beach hazard, responsible for most lifeguard rescues worldwide. They're fast-moving channels of water that pull you away from shore, often hiding in plain sight. The danger? Rips can look calm, smooth, darker water, or gaps in breaking waves, tricking swimmers into thinking it's safe. If you spot a channel where waves aren't breaking, that's a red flag. Always swim at lifeguarded beaches. They know where rips form. If caught, don't panic or fight the current. Float to conserve energy, swim parallel to the shore to escape the narrow channel, then head back in with the waves. Remember, rips pull you out, not under. Stay calm, act smart. You might end up down the beach, but you'll be safe. Understanding rips is the key to surviving them. Rivers hide their own dangers, like strainers and undercut banks. Strainers are obstacles like fallen trees or fences that let water through but trap people, pinning you with deadly force. Never grab onto branches in fast water. Keep your feet up, floating on your back, to fend off obstacles. Undercut banks are hidden caves eroded beneath the riverbank, impossible to spot, nearly impossible to escape if swept in. Avoid steep, vertical banks, especially on the outside of bends. If you fall in, float on your back, feet downstream, scanning for hazards. Use a gentle angle to ferry across to calmer water. Don't fight the main current. Never stand in fast water above your knees. You can be knocked down and trapped. Anticipation and positioning are your best defenses in a river. Man-made structures like low-head dams and drains create some of the deadliest currents. Low-head dams form powerful recirculating hydraulics, drowning machines, that trap and tumble victims endlessly. Even life jackets can't save you. The water is too aerated to float. The only escape is to swim deep and out, but it's nearly impossible. Drains and intakes can suck in swimmers from surprising distances. Even pool drains can be dangerous if not covered. The best strategy? Avoid these hazards entirely. Heed warning signs and never swim near dams or intakes. If caught, try to move perpendicular to the current, aiming for the edge. Prevention is far safer than any rescue attempt. Littoral or longshore currents run parallel to the beach, created by waves hitting at an angle. They're subtle, slowly drifting swimmers down the shore without them noticing. The main risk is disorientation. You can end up far from your starting point or drift into a rip current. Always check your position against a landmark every few minutes. If you're drifting, get out and walk back up the beach. Don't waste energy fighting the current. Littoral currents aren't usually dangerous if you're aware of them. Use them to your advantage or simply manage your position. Awareness keeps you safe and makes your beach day easier. Imagine a family holiday, sun, surf, and fun. Dad and son, Tom, swim and play, unaware they're drifting down the beach in a littoral current. Suddenly, Tom finds himself in deeper water, caught by a rip current. He panics, swimming hard for shore, but gets nowhere. Dad tries to help, risking becoming a second victim. Luckily, a lifeguard spots them, runs parallel to the rip, and enters the water outside the current. He reaches Tom, keeps him calm, and guides them both across the rip and back to safety. This real-life scenario shows how quickly things can go wrong, and how knowledge and calm actions save lives. Don't fight the water. Know the signs, stay aware, and trust the experts. A fun day can turn dangerous in seconds, but the right response makes all the difference. Respect the water's power, stay safe, and enjoy your time at the beach. Meet Ben, a fit outdoorsman who loves kayaking calm waters. Today he tries a fast spring river, confident but unprepared. The current is powerful. Ben speeds along, not watching for hazards. Suddenly, a fallen tree blocks his path. He's swept into the branches and trapped. Ben's mistake, not scouting ahead. Always respect the river and think 2 steps ahead. On a crowded summer beach, Chloe plays on a pink inflatable flamingo just feet from her parents. But a gentle breeze and subtle current slowly carry her away, so gradually, no one notices until she's far from shore. Inflatables give a false sense of security. They belong in pools, not the ocean. Always keep children within arm's reach and use a life vest in open water. Let's consider another river story, this time involving a group of teenagers cooling off on a hot summer's day. They've found what looks like a perfect swimming hole. It's on the inside of a gentle bend in a river, with a small sandy beach. The water here is slow and lazy, and they spend an hour swimming and splashing around without any trouble. One of them, a boy named Jake, is a bit of a show-off. He decides to swim across the river to the opposite bank and back again. He sees the faster water in the middle of the river not as a danger but as a challenge. His friends cheer him on as he starts swimming. He gets about halfway across without much difficulty, but as he enters the main channel on the outside of the bend, he feels the river's true power. The current grabs him and starts pulling him downstream much faster than he anticipated. He's no longer swimming across the river, he's being swept down it. He tries to turn and swim back the way he came, but he's fighting the strongest part of the current. He's making almost no progress towards his friends on the beach. Instead, he's being carried further and further away, towards a section of the river he doesn't know. Panic starts to creep in as his energy begins to fade. The real danger is what lies around the next bend, an old low-head dam that the locals know about but that Jake and his friends who are not from the area are completely unaware of. He can't see it, and he can't hear it yet over the sound of his own splashing and breathing. He is being carried by the current directly towards a man-made drowning machine. His friends on the bank feel helpless. They can see him getting smaller and smaller as the river carries him away. They shout encouragement, but their voices are lost in the distance. Jake is now in a serious survival situation, born from a moment of overconfidence. This story illustrates a critical point: know your environment. The teenagers saw a calm swimming spot and assumed the entire river was like that. They failed to understand that a river's character can change dramatically from one spot to another. The slow water on the inside of a bend exists only because the fast, powerful water is scouring the outside of the bend. Before entering any natural body of water, you need to know what's upstream and what's downstream. Jake's bravado and lack of local knowledge turned a fun afternoon into a life-threatening ordeal, showing that the most dangerous hazards are often the ones you don't even know are there. If you're caught in a current, panic is your biggest enemy. Don't fight, float, flip onto your back, spread out, and let the water support you. Breathe slow. Focus on the sky, not the shore. Floating saves energy and calms your mind. Remember, don't swim yet, just float. It's your first step to survival. You've hit your reboot button. You're floating, breathing, and realize you're in a rip current. Don't fight the current. Swim sideways, parallel to the shore, using a calm, steady stroke. You'll feel the pull lessen as you escape. Once out, turn toward land and head back. Remember, float, assess, swim sideways, rest, return. If you fall into a fast-moving river, your first move is crucial. Get into the feet-first, whitewater float position. Lie on your back, feet downstream, knees slightly bent. This lets your legs shield you from rocks and obstacles, keeps your head protected, and lets you see what's ahead. Use your legs to push off hazards and steer with your hands like rudders. Stay alert. This position gives you the best chance to avoid danger and get to safety. If you're too tired or far from shore, signaling for help is vital. Raise one arm and wave slowly. This universal distress signal stands out. Conserve energy. Rest, signal, rest. Bright clothing makes you easier to spot. Think bright, think visible, think like a survivor. Water moves with power, often in ways we can't see. The real danger isn't monsters, it's panic. Your best tool isn't strength, but your mind. Float first, control your breathing, and think. These simple steps can save your life. Before you go near water, mentally rehearse what to do. Stay calm, stay sharp. Your mind is your best life raft. My goal here isn't to make you afraid of the water. Fear is a paralyzing emotion. It makes you timid, it makes you second-guess yourself, and it can keep you from enjoying some of the most amazing experiences nature has to offer. The world is full of beautiful places to swim, paddle, and explore, and you should absolutely get out there and enjoy them. What I want to instill is not fear, but a deep and abiding respect for the power of water. Respect is different. Respect is about understanding. It's about acknowledging that you are a guest in a powerful, wild environment that operates by its own set of rules, not yours. Respect means you take the time to observe before you enter. You watch the water, look for the signs of rips or other currents, and you choose your spot carefully. It means you check the weather and the tides. It means you swim at a beach with lifeguards whenever possible, because they are the professionals who read the water all day, every day. Respect means you never swim alone, and you keep a close eye on your friends and family. It means leaving the inflatable flamingo for the pool and putting a proper life vest on your kids when you're at the beach or on a boat. It's the 100 small, smart decisions you make before you even get wet. This respect also means knowing your own limits. Overconfidence can be just as deadly as panic. Be honest with yourself about your swimming ability and your energy levels. If you're tired, get out. If the conditions look too rough for you, they are. There is no shame in staying on the sand if your gut tells you something is off. That instinct is your internal survival guide speaking to you, and you should listen to it. The water will be there another day. Pushing your luck for a few more minutes of fun is a terrible gamble to take with your life. A healthy dose of humility is a key survival trait in the great outdoors. Ultimately, water gives us so much. It's a source of fun, of adventure, of life itself. By understanding the currents that flow within it, you are not diminishing that magic, you are enhancing it. You are equipping yourself to engage with it safely and confidently. You can look at the ocean and see not just a beautiful surface, but the complex, living system beneath. So go out there, have fun, make memories. But go with knowledge, go with a plan, go with respect. Because when you respect the power of nature, you are in a much better position to survive it. Stay safe out there.